Hi, I'm Karina Adams and I'm presenting my tourist guide proposal about Moreton Island. When I began brainstorming on topics for my tourist guide, I was initially interested in choosing Rainbow Beach as it is a quiet beach town around 4 hours north of Brisbane and has managed to remain uncrowded and not overly popular or developed. Um, it's not easy for me to get back there for this assignment, so I considered other topics from around Brisbane and southeast Queensland, including scuba diving spots, camping locations, places to go with kids, rooftop bars, and decided on Moreton Island. It's a bit of a hidden gem, but located so close to Brisbane, it's a beautiful place to visit and is hard to find information on. My tourist guide will focus on camping with kids and it will highlight the best locations to camp and explore. We'll include tips and important info such as tides and how to avoid getting bogged. Be useful for first-time visitors to make the most out of their time on the island, and it'll be fun, full of beautiful photos and some illustrations. The aim of the publication is to promote and inform. It will provide valuable information to entice families to travel to Moreton Island and to help them plan for their trip to make the most of their visit. The guide is targeted to families with kids aged between 4 and 14. Moreton Island is a great place for families to visit with camping, four-wheel driving, bodyboarding, surfing, fishing, exploring rock pools, sand castles, swimming in lagoons and toasting marshmallows over a campfire. It's a great place to get away from devices and spend quality family time together. Moreton Island is the third largest sand island in the world and is situated 25 k's off the Brisbane coastline. It is accessible via barge and takes around 75 minutes to get there. The majority of the island is national park, and aside from one main resort, there is no sealed road, so it's four-wheel drive access only. The guide will include tips on tyre pressure, tides, beach driving, inland roads, camping locations, and places to visit like Champagne Rock Pools at North Point. The Moreton Bay Visitors Guide, which does not have anything about camping on Moreton Island, has a lovely feel to it. The paper is matte, raw, rough paper, which would reflect the camping experience well. I like the typeface they've used on the cover for Visitor Guide. It feels fun and a little adventurous. Also like the imagery of Tourism Queensland's website destination pages. Beautiful photos that make you want to dream, similar to Outback Queensland's imagery. Mulgumpin Camping website is the main source of information for camping on Moreton. They have a few nice photos, but it's mostly factual information. I like the bold colours of the covers on the top left. I also like the use of beautiful but uncluttered background images, such as those on the covers in the middle left, with the iconic beach flags. The composition of the article layouts showcase the destinations beautifully, and copy is worked around in interesting ways, with space for it all to breathe. I'd like to use a similar layout with full page and double page spreads and the use of a few larger images over many smaller ones. The pages will not be too texty, copy will be laid out in smaller, easy to read chunks. I like the idea of a dotted line leading the eye around the pages, which also represents unsealed roads on maps. Alternatively, line drawings could lead the eye and show movement and adventure. Illustrations of tents, a four-wheel drive, whales, etc. could be used throughout to highlight the subjects covered in the text. I have created 3 mood boards for the look and feel. The first one is raw, down to earth, and a bit of a dirty feel. The paper is untreated, the photos have a warm tone. The second is a real family adventure feel, watermelon dripping down your arms, eaten on a surfboard table. No frills, just good fun. The third option is not quite glamping, but it is clean, inspirational photos, calming tones for campers who have all the gear, including fairy lights for their tents and comfy chairs. My guide will probably be a mix of all three, as I like the raw, untreated paper feel, but the iconic clean images and lots of real life fun stuff with the family. The guide will be fun and adventurous and aimed at families, so the font types are reflective of that. I experimented with fun, flowy fonts for the main heading of Moreton Island with kids, and then a more informative font like the Traveller's Guide. I like the contrast. I also tried switching them around, but feel that the main heading should be the one that most reflects families. For the body copy, I tried a few options that feel factual but aren't too formal and have avoided serif fonts. The pull quotes, I've tried to use the same font type as the body copy, but italic and bold. These are the 3 options I have at this stage, and I'm leaning towards the last one. It has the most kid-friendly and adventurous feel to it. Thanks for listening.